Okay, pool fans, we are back here at Griff's Billiards in Las Vegas. It is day one action, excuse me, continuing here at the WPA Players Championship. It is a race to 7 alternate break, and it is single elimination. So the winner will move on to the round of 32 tomorrow, while the loser is out of the tournament. Now, let's meet the players. Firstly, would you please welcome from Taiwan, Chang Yulong. And his opponent, a former world 9-ball champion from Canada via the Philippines, Alex Pagulayan. And now we'll have the lag. Gentlemen.
And we are here for the 6 o'clock match. This will be the last match of the day on day 1 of stage 2. We've got Alex Pagulayan versus Chang Yulong. Top match. Obviously Chang come through the qualifiers. And joining me for this match, Big Benji.
Carl, how are you, sir?
I'm very good, pal.
How was that last match with Mr. Homan and Mr. Appleton?
It was all right. It wasn't like a massive high standard, but obviously Daz has been out of action, so he's trying to just get that win and find his feet. Alex Pagulayan's wearing glasses at the minute.
I was just about to ask, is that to check the rack?
I mean, I'm a bit. Obviously, he must wear glasses, reading glasses maybe. So, I don't think anyone knew that, but.
Interesting. And there they came back off. Something I haven't seen before. This is going to be a race to 7. This format is single elimination, alternating break 9-ball. The loser will be out of this tournament. The winner will move on to round 2 and play tomorrow.
So the glasses worked. He's made a ball.
Alex laid down a perfect lag, earning him the break in rack number 1. He's pocketed a ball and taken 2 balls across the head string. There is a 3-point rule in effect for the break. 3 balls must cross the head string and or be pocketed.
Tricky opening shot really, because he's using the bridge, holding the bridge up over balls. I think if he pots this 1 ball, this might not end up too bad. Yeah,
that might end up nearly perfect.
He'll be happy with that because he was bumping into the 7, so you can never be 100% certain where it's going to finish. He knew it was coming down table, of course.
Alex, an excellent user of the rest.
Now I know Shane Van Bonin is in action, and the game's been going on. It's been going on, put it that way, and he's playing a Taiwanese kid. Not 100% certain how you pronounce his name, but he's a top young Taiwanese player, and I have a sneaky feeling it's close. So we'll try and find out and just keep you updated on that. Alex was debating the bank shot there because he was having a look, weren't he? But all depends if 3 ball. I mean, you would think it's very tight into the side. That's what's probably scaring him. So he's played it into the middle to leave a very thin red 3 ball up the rail. It's very makeable. You would love it if the 4 passes the 8.
That's what he's taking a look at right now. You can see he actually pointed at a spot there. Not sure if that's the spot he wants the cue ball to land in. or if maybe he was just picking up a piece of lint. There we got some great angle, so we can see that the 4-ball does pass. So I believe where he pointed is where he wants the cue ball to come to rest after this shot. Pockets the 3 beautifully and lands nicely on the 4-ball. And as we just saw, it does pass, so he can play this just with a little bit of top and travel naturally right back up above the 5 to play in the lower left.
Sure, these two have faced each other many times over the years, so both familiar with each other's games. Pagulayan very clever, knowledgeable, knows this table inside and out. If anything, as he's grown older, maybe just misses 1 or 2 more balls than he used to. But there's nobody better in the safety and kicking department than the Lion.
And he's certainly no stranger to playing on this table. He's played the finals of a few U.S. Open 8-ball and 10-ball events, all against Mr. Van Boning on this very table. Those events, U.S. Open 8-ball and 10-ball, will take place in August. We will touch on those a little bit later.
News just in, SVB is 6-5 up. He's at the table, but apparently the 7-8-9 is very tricky, so we will update you. Obviously he's got to win by 2, so 6-5 up needs this wrap.
Yes, if you're just tuning in, or if this is the first match you've seen, or if you're not 100% up to speed on the format, this is a win by 2 format. It's not just a race to 7, but you must win by 2. So if the score ends up tied at 9 apiece, as you can see on the screen right there, there will be a lag for the final rack, and the winner of that rack will move on to the following round. The loser will be out of the event. This is going to take place today and for the next following 3 days. 4-day event, $50,000 added. Live from Griff's Billiards here in Las Vegas. Produced by CSI, brought to you by the WPA. Here's 3 other U.S. Open events we can touch on as well while Chang is working out his rack. May 24th through June 1st, right here in this very building. We've got the U.S. Open Bank Pool, U.S. Open Straight Pool, and U.S. Open One Pocket Championships. We also have an all-around bonus for those 3 events as well. You must play all 3 to be eligible. If you win, you get a $3,500 bonus and a spot into the Predator World 10-Ball Championships. Second place runner-up for the all-around will receive a $1,500 bonus. Back to rack 2, Chang to break.
News just in, SVB cleared the table, so he wins 7-5. He advances into the next round, so he will be back tomorrow.
Yeah, Shane was playing Kai-Lun Su. Got another really good match getting kicked off right now as well. Fedor Gorst versus Naoki Oi.
So Chang with a very successful break. For me, one of the top 8 breakers in the world. Parks the cue ball time and time again. That's the ultimate skill shot on the break. Keep parking that cue ball.
We saw a massive break on this table yesterday, didn't we, Carl?
Yeah, it's currently doing the rounds on social media. We're up to 51,000 views.
Less than 24 hours later, Jeff DeLuna had one of the best breaks we've ever seen. Pocketing 6 on the break, landing straight. Straight in on the 4-ball. Meanwhile, Chang making it look easy here on our feature table. Taking his time, but certainly handling his business.
There you see Chang stands up off the cue. Not many people cue like that. Won't advise it for any young kids playing, but it is fairly effective for Chang. Nice touch though, gets through the cue ball nice. Very rarely has to hit anything hard. Even on shots like this, you won't see him, you know, thudding the cue ball. Just all control, make sure he leaves angles on balls.
Here you get a good look at the new 9-ball. That's the Cyclop Hyperion 9-ball, one of our feature sponsors. And Chang ties the scoreline at 1 apiece. Both players holding serve so far. Alex Pagulayan will be breaking apart rack number 3. Goes back for the reading glasses again. 1 ball's racked traditionally on the spot. The 9 balls in the middle. The other 7 anywhere you'd like.
Racking glasses. Never seems to amaze me, this game. Somebody's always up to something. As he takes his glasses off.
Good look at the line there. Gives him a good thump. Doesn't make anything.
All the balls more or less stay down bottom end of the table.
It happened so quickly I couldn't see if 3 balls made it up and across or not. Regardless, Chang will not be passing this back. Shane and Billy over here signing autographs. Always time for the fans. Great shot there by Chang. Leaves himself nearly straight in. Should do well gaining position on the 3 here.
He would love an angle on this 3 ball. If he lands straight. Plays a stun run through. Might just be okay. I think he can just top this in and come through the gap in between the purple 4 and the 7 ball. There's still a bit of work to do. It's not a connect the dots type finish. So he didn't find the gap. So this is a little thinner than he would have liked.
Likely to be taking the cue ball up to the head rail here. Chang taking his time on this one. Oh, he killed the cue ball nicely, but missed the 4.
Yeah, he forgot to pop the 4 ball, didn't he? That was all caused from the poor positional shot.
Pagulayan with an opportunity to break serve here.
I think Pagulayan's been stood outside, and I think it's very windy.
Yes, I was outside between matches as well, and it's cooled down quite a bit. The wind has picked up. It's even raining out there.
Yeah, just landed in that sort of horrible kind of spot what you can sometimes land in. Cue ball running forward near the rail, but he's decided he's no choice but to leave it near the rail. That was because it just landed in that weird little spot on the 5. Couldn't run all the way up table. He has got angle, but cueing off the rail like this. Good thing is 6 ball going in at the pocket from this angle makes the pocket a little bigger. Whereas the cue ball, he needs a nudge, and he's got one, you know. He's got to be happy with that, really. Whenever cannoning a ball, you can't be sure where they're going to go.
I'm wondering where he's going to play position for this 8. It looks fairly straight, and he's going to be cueing really close to the rail. See where he pointed right there. I think he may be trying to play the 5 ball in the upper side pocket as you view your screen. Does have a little bit of angle. He's not entirely straight.
Be happy with that, I think. Might have to.
You play this in the corner or the side, Carl?
I think he'll be playing this in the corner, straight behind it. I think what he's looked at is he might draw the cue ball. If this is dead straight, to draw this back and stop it's very difficult, so he might draw this back off the back rail. Played it well, didn't have a lot of area to land in, did he, playing it like that?
Oh, he played it very well from there. I was with you. I thought maybe he was going to draw it back to the foot rail and out.
Oh, ooh. Wowzers. That wiped its feet.
Sure did.
But it's down.
July 22nd through the 26th here at the Rio Hotel and Casino, we have the Predator World 10-Ball Championships. That is a $100,000 added event. For information on that, check out world10ball.com. We also have a qualifier event for that as well here at Griff's. It's going to be limited to 64 players. That's going to take place April 27th. It's only a $35 entry fee. So you've got an early chance to qualify for that event for a very fair price. Here you see on your screen, April 27th, right here at Griff's. Qualifier for that $100,000 added Predator World 10-Ball Championship event. Check out playcsipool.com/events for more information on this tournament, as well as tournaments and leagues to come. You see we're playing on 9-foot diamond tables, compliments of Diamond Billiard products, wrapped in that beautiful green Andy 988 billiard cloth. We are using the new Cyclop Hyperion pool balls. Master is the official chalk, and Predator cues, the official cues of this event. Thank you for their support.
So we're going to get to have a look at Chang's break again. Another look at this cue ball control. It's always nice if you've got that in your armory where you can break and just park the cue ball dead in the centre of the table. That will always give you a good view of around the table, so you would think you've got many more options to land on your lowest ball. That's providing if it doesn't get kicked.
Good view of kind of what's going on across the room there.
Plenty catchy in the background, playing his first round match. James Haranis, Dennis Grabe.
Get a good look at that break you were talking about here. See if he can park the snowball. Stops it pretty well. It gets kicked around, but ends up fair. Could be better, could be worse.
I think over the stage 1 period and the matches we've seen so far on the TV table, Chang has been breaking really good, hasn't he? Sort of, a lot of the other players seem to be struggling, racking the balls, a bit sluggish. He's making balls and parking the white. These cue balls are slow down though, otherwise. Could have been worse. If it had gone on the side rail, it'd have been in all kinds. At least he can get his hand on the slate.
A little bit of a touchy shot. It's easy to overrun this.
Yeah, slow spinner, isn't it? You'd love this off the rail and all, because if this lands straight and it's on the rail, how do you get on your 5 ball?
And he's done just that. He's landed straight and on the rail. And the 5 we can see here doesn't pass the 6 to the upper right as you view the screen. So he may be forced to elevate and just kind of stop this ball. Try to dig as low as he can on that cue ball, but you can see he's not thrilled with it.
Yeah, this is a horrible shot, this. Can easily miss the 4 ball. Oh, wow. What a shot that is.
Jeez.
Can't stress how difficult that is. And he's made it look like a hanger.
Gosh, that was an incredible shot.
And it come exactly straight back as well. It's not like it come back at a different angle. So that showed you he potted the 4 clean as a whistle. So it's another break and run. It's a nice one.
Yeah, so far we've been treated to some excellent pool, as we expected. These 2 gentlemen have certainly earned their place here. Alex was one of the 48 invited by the WPA and member federations. Chang won his spot in this event through 4 days of qualifying right here at Griff's Billiards in Las Vegas. Stage 1 took place over the course of the last 4 days. 4 players from each day won a spot into stage 2 for a total of 16 players to go ahead and join up with those 48 that were invited. I believe Chang won his spot. Was that day 3 or was that day 4, Carl? Do you remember?
It was day 1, 2, 3, or 4. That's all I know.
I believe that was day 4. I think we saw him make it through yesterday. We were a little worried about him and Jeff DeLuna. DeLuna had a rough 4 days of qualifying. finished 1 out of qualifying for 3 days in a row. And on day 4, he said enough is enough. Was trailing 3-1 to Ruslan. Managed to manufacture a fantastic comeback to win 5-3 in the qualifier. Now we are in stage 2. These are races to 7. The semifinals will be races to 9, as well as the finals. Pagulayan to break off in rack 5.
Ideally, looking for the red 3 to go straight in, which it did.
You called it.
So he gave himself a better rack. Do believe one ball will go through them 2 balls.
Saw Alex take a quick look at what you just addressed on the way by. He's not even going back to look again, I don't think. It goes.
Not the easiest of shots. Handles it all right, but where's the cue ball going? Cue ball overrun. Again, the angle we're looking at kind of looks like it's easy, but that will be, it will be thinner than it looks. Good news is 4 balls more or less over the pocket, so just make sure you pot your ball. And he's forgot to pot his ball. That's what I mean. It was a lot thinner than it kind of looks.
Yeah, the TV made it look a little bit easier than it was, but that was a steep cut.
And usually when you're faced with that shot, you always seem to catch that rail and miss it that way. So Chang's got a good opportunity here to steal a rack off the Pagulayan break. That's perfect, because now he can play a stop shot. I've got a question for you, actually, because Jason didn't know the answer. This was yesterday. I forgot about this.
Sure.
In America, that's called a stop shot, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
When you play a stop shot and the ball runs through a little bit, do you call that stop follow?
No.
What do you say? You don't know how to play the shot, do you? What am I asking you for?
I mean, I've never heard the term stun follow in America.
In England, we call it a stun run through.
Okay, I haven't heard it referred to as that.
Well, what's it referred to then?
I don't know what you would call it.
Oh, I'm asking a couple of amateurs in you and Jason, aren't I? Crikey. I'll have to ask Shane, somebody who can play.
Oh. Thanks, pal. I think it would be like I think we would call it a stun follow more so than a stun run or whatever you refer to it as.
Yeah, but you don't call it a stun shot, do you, when you stop the ball? You say a stop shot, don't you?
Yes.
So why would you say a stun run through? I think you might call it a stop follow.
I think it's more of a stun at that point. You're not stopping it. You're stunning it.
Stun means stop, though. Anyway, we'll forget this little debate. If we keep going on this debate, we'll miss the match.
Yeah, I'm going to get loads of messages from people. He was right and you were wrong. Chang able to steal a rack back there from Pagulayan, breaking serve. And we will get another good look at Mr. Chang and his controlled break shot. See Chang taking his time to make sure he gives himself a proper rack. Doesn't want to leave himself any gaps. Really taking his time. Now he likes it.
Shows the importance of the rack. And it's quite a big rack, this. He'd like to get 2 in front of Paga. Noticed he doesn't put the cue ball on the line, it's about 2 inches back. That's a poor break for Chang, that usually stops it dead.
Well, he's made 2 balls. You can see the edge of the one. I don't think he can pocket it. So we might see a safety plate here. He might be able to play a 2-way, cross bank this ball.
Needs to be careful of the scratch, which he has done. And I have to say, that is tremendous.
Yeah, he controlled that very nicely. Alex in a bit of a pickle here. Trying to figure out exactly how he wants to address this one ball.
Alex, sorry, pal, go on.
I was going to say, it looks like he'll be kicking 2 rails out of that corner.
I was just going to say, Alex very good at kicking the ball, but that was not easy. Obviously, he made a good hit, but he had to hit it really full to keep the cue ball up top.
Five ball's a little bit tricky in this rack. The lower left might be on offer for the 5. Not sure, even if it is. Gaining position will take some effort. Shaking his head a little bit. I thought he hit it pretty well.
Yeah, he played it with right hand check, didn't he? Just so it would come inside the 8. Probably just run on a little bit too far for him. Likes to play them natural angles, doesn't he? As well with this, you can see you've got to play a stun shot and force an angle. Shouldn't cause too much problem, though. 5 ball kind of looks like it goes, doesn't it? From
yeah, we saw a little sliver of light between the two, didn't we?
now this one, he's got to avoid the 8, hasn't he, off the top rail? With loads of spin.
He missed the pocket.
And it's made him miss the ball. Unexpected miss, because he looks like he's been playing well so far in this set. Probably missed that ball because he had to juice it up with loads of left. Pagulayan's not in the easiest of spots. How do you pot your 4 ball and get back down where the cue ball is? That's his problem. Any ideas, Ben? Is there
No good ideas. Mine,
what's your bad idea then?
I think you really just try to dig at this ball and use low left and almost kill it before it hits the 4. So when that left hits the rail.
At first glance, I thought cross bank with loads of left spin. A little bit like that, but hit it a bit thin, didn't he? So much so he nearly scratched in the corner. Wasn't easy, but
It looked like he would have been in ideal position for the 5 to just travel up naturally for the 6.
so Chang gets another chance. I'm just wondering if he's going to play this slowly with spin and try and land in the gap, or is he going to try and come below it? Yeah, he's tried to come below it, knowing if he hits it, could leave himself a chance. And he is on it, so it's not too bad. He tried to go off the bottom rail. You see he's held his hand up and pointed. But I always felt maybe that was on as well, hitting the two balls.
The way he decided to go about it, you can't really call it much of an accident. There's always a really good chance that that collision was going to happen.
Yeah.
He was smart in playing it that way.
Yeah, because playing it slowly with drag and left is very hard to judge. Potting it the way you did, you feel like you're going to pot it more times than not. So after a couple of visits each in this rack, it's going to be 4-2 Chang.
Good news for Alex, it will be his break. Bad news, he's trailing at the moment. Score is 4-2 in favor of Chang. We're racing to 7. Players must win by 2. If it ends up 9-9, we'll have a lag and a 1-rack decider. This is single elimination. So there is not a second lifeline for either player. Alex to the reading glasses again.
The reading glasses, the racking glasses.
The racking glasses.
Not happy with the rack, so he starts again.
We've seen that with both players so far now. They're not settling for anything less than exactly what they want to see on that rack. It can be frustrating sometimes to get a tight rack. Sometimes players just kind of give up on it and settle.
Usually the table though racks the same, doesn't it, once you've found the sweet spot?
Just got to find that sweet spot.
And he hasn't. 9-ball was moving, but obviously it's another dry break.
Very wide open table, but rough starting shot. You can see all of the 1, but what do you do with it? You see he's looking at possibly playing a 1-5 combination into the side. As we saw from the overhead prior, I do not believe the 1 ball passes the 5.
It's not too bad that, you know.
Given the circumstances, no, not too bad at all. What do you think about cutting this 1 with some draw and playing the 9 at the same time and using the 9 also as a stopper?
Do believe you've just called a shot. I think Chang will be playing that. Probably not too bothered about trying to make the 9-ball as well. He'll save that for the Saturday night exhibition, his local bar. This is the WPA Players Championships in Las Vegas. We're at Griff's Billiards. It's a packed house. If you're not doing nothing tomorrow, get yourself down. It's just $20 to get in. The food is lovely as well.
See Chang handling his business here very well. He'll likely be traveling 2, possibly 3 rails back above that 8-ball.
very good at that type of shot is Chang. Can cause players issues, overspinning it, underspinning it, but time and time again, he always finds his line.
Chang in good position here. 3 balls left to take a 3-rack lead, which is massive in this alternate break race to 7 format. Got a little bit funny here. No hill for a climber.
So it's 5-2. The racking glasses are not working at the moment.
Take a moment to thank a few of our sponsors here. First off, our host location, Griff's Billiards here in Las Vegas. This event is sponsored by How Tips, Predator Cubes, the Rio Hotel and Casino, Diamond Billiard Products, and you can see that lovely green 988 Andy Billiard cloth. We're using the new Cyclop Hyperion pool ball set, as well as Master Chalk. This event's being produced by CSI and brought to you by the WPA. Chang to break rack number 8.
Lost the cue ball last 2 breaks. Not lost it horrendous, but by his usual standards.
Make it 3.
4 ball's going to spoil the party, though. Good news for Paga fans.
Paga fans, I like it.
Pagulayan, as known as Paga on the circuit. Straight away knows the push out he wants to play. Trying to put the 5 below the 7. 6, I apologise. Might not have done a bad job of that. Left the edge of the 1 ball. Don't like calling Pagulayan's safety shots what he's about to attempt, because he's got better vision than myself, so stay away from calling his shots. He's give it back though.
He's got all the tricks, does Pagulayan.
Yep,
didn't want that.
Double kiss.
Did not want the double kiss.
So Pagulayan was right to give it back. Didn't fancy the shot, did he?
No, he didn't. Although Chang wise to tie up the 5 and the 6 ball like he did on his push out. Had he not done that, Alex would have an excellent run out opportunity. Now Alex is going to have to do a little more work to manufacture a shot on that 5 ball. Naoki Oi is leading by a score of 5-4 over Fedor Gorst. See Niels Fine and Corey Duell getting started over there across the room. Some quality matches being played, folks.
So is this 5 ball going to prove to be an issue, or does it pot? Don't think it pots, because where he was looking to put the cue ball after this shot was an angle, what looked like he could use it to break the orange and the green out. He needs it to slow down, otherwise he won't have the angle. Has he got a little bit of angle where he can force it over?
Yeah, I think he left himself a little. You saw the frustration there.
I'm wondering if the 5 ball goes in the right centre. It does, that's what he's played, and he's played this well, I think. Just took a bit of a bounce, hasn't it? I thought it was going to spin onto the other rail. He played it playing ball. Yeah, he's whacked the table there where he wanted. Bit of side, might have took it over there. Nasty little shot he's faced with here. Again, there's no value in trying to call this because unless you stood right behind the shot, you have no clue where the cue ball's going. He's down on it quick though. He's missed it. Probably down on it a little bit too quick. Could have been worse.
Yeah, he's left a tough shot on the 5 ball here, and he's managed to push the 9 ball up near the 6. I think the 6 still may pass to the lower left. Not entirely sure, but we will see here in just a moment based on what Chang does.
And these last 3 remaining balls on the table are quite big, to be honest, because you can't see Pagulayan coming back from a 6-2, overcut it, but it's safe.
Missed that one on the pro side, didn't he, Carl?
The old pro side. Don't believe 6 ball goes in this corner. We think it's touching the 9. Can he play a bank? And could the cue ball spin round and get down for the 6? Probably not. So this is where Pagulayan comes into his own a little bit. With usually picks a shot out no one else has seen. Very creative player.
Yes, he is. It's tough to tell from here if that 6 passes to the lower left.
From this angle, you would say no, wouldn't you? Well, it has to be no, because I think he'd have played the bank by now.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Do you try and play off the edge of the 5 thin and try and get the 5 ball in the middle diamond top rail?
Bring the cue ball back down behind the 6 and 9.
Yeah, it's very thin though. Very easy to make a mess of that shot.
It's a good thought. But like you said, yeah, if you hit that just a fraction too fat, too full in the face, and you're going to end up certainly selling out.
He's made a mess of this one.
Certainly has.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he was just trying to spin the cue ball around to keep the 5 up towards top end of table. And so it's a good chance now for Chang to get himself on the hill.
Alex is not looking too happy sitting over there. Can't say that I blame him. Chang gonna play this on the right-hand side.
Pretty good shot, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I was curious to see how he handled the cue ball there. And he was able to check it up with some left-hand English. Grabbed off that second rail, put him in a decent line for the 6. He's going to spin around for position on the 9, but elementary for this man. Chang is now on the hill. Alex Pagulayan has a lot of work to do from here. This is a very tall hill to climb.
And he's decided to leave the racking glasses off. Not even gone to get them. So that tells you where he's at.
It also took him only 2 attempts to get that rack to where he liked it. I think he's a little frustrated. Rightfully so. He's not playing as well as he knows he's capable of. And he's up against a killer who happens to be playing very well.
Really struggled with the rack, hasn't he? Just can't get a good...
Yep, Alex has had a tough match with the break. We got a little bit of a mess down here at the lower end of the table. Meanwhile, he's got to figure out what to do with the 1 before anything else.
Elected a safety shot, trying to find a big wall of balls.
He did good to hide behind that wall. There is an easy kick for Alex to make a legal hit. Alex handled that amazingly. Was able to kick the top of the 1 and thread the cue ball between the 7 and 9. 6 and 9, excuse me. And now leaves Chang in a funny spot.
Plays a beautiful shot back.
Yes, he did.
Scratches his head. No, he believes there is a gap. It just depends on how fully can it is. 1 ball. He's trying to hit it onto the 8, but he's flicked the 4 first. Didn't want to flick the 4. Not left the pot. Can play off this thin though. Leave the 1 ball on the side rail, safe as houses. Cue ball goes up towards the 3. And he would love the 3 to come in as a blocker. Good thing with this shot though, he's guaranteed a good 1 ball. Surprised he played it like that.
I think that came out more than he wanted. I think he hit that a little more full than he intended.
I mean, he's 6-2 up. It's not the end of the world at the minute, is it? I don't think he's left a pot. Even though it looks like he can just chop it in the side. I think that is a lot thinner than we're seeing. Wow.
That looked like a frustration shot there, didn't it?
Yeah,
Carl?
I've never really seen Pagulayan do that, to be honest. I'm a bit... I mean, it's actually worked out pretty well.
Yeah, he flukes the 7. Stays at the table.
Yeah, I've never really seen him do that, though. I always see him, like, you know, trying to play a shot, look for a shot, no matter what.
Happy to draw this ball back. Play the 3 in the upper right. do believe he will be playing a combination shot on the 4-8. And that's what he will be doing.
So the old whack attack on the one ball could pay off.
The whack attack.
Yeah.
Naoki Oi and Fedor Gorst are now tied at 5 apiece.
Pagulayan early on in this match could have took the lead when he missed that thin 2-ball in the pocket he's using at the moment. Kind of changed the path of the match, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a momentum swing early on.
Yeah. So a little frustration crept in and it kind of paid off. If he can win the next rack, you've kind of got a game on.
Good news and bad news for Alex. Good news is he gets to slide a bead over and gets another mark on the board. The bad news is Chang, who's playing incredible right now and breaking just as well, has the break opportunity and is guaranteed at least 2 more break opportunities. Chang taking his time. Chang does not use racking glasses.
I wonder if the racking glasses will catch on.
They just might. I noticed that certain trends follow certain people. Some people are able to start those trends. Perhaps Alex will start the racking glasses movement. I remember years ago you were almost laughed at for wearing a glove when you played. Now if you're wearing a glove, I don't want to play you because you're a champion. Chang to break apart rack 10, leading by a score of 6-3. Crushes the rack.
He's making the 1-ball a lot, isn't he?
He has been, yes. That time he was able to pocket the wing ball and he's got a shot on the 1. And everything's fairly wide open. I think the 1 to the 3, about the trickiest shot I can see. We have some upset Pagulayan fans. You touched on it earlier, and I'm going to say it again. He hits those particular types of shots right there, the back and forth, so well.
Yeah, everyone else.
So well.
He seems to hit it different, doesn't he? He hits
Just
it like with a flat ball. And
something different that he does.
Definitely, yeah.
And whatever that secret is, I want to know.
That type of shot.
Something in the tee.
Well, he just never seems to, he never misses that shot, does it? I mean, Pagulayan's 2-ball is a kind of similar shot, isn't it?
It was and he undercut that 2-ball. Chang must have a really good system of sorts.
Even that shot, hit it really soft to hold the cue ball. So Chang's competitive stage 1 table time has paid off. He's about to knock out the Lion, Alex Pagulayan. This simple 8, drawing the cue ball back off left rail for the 9 ball. And we shall say goodbye to Alex. Chang will be back tomorrow.
Hit that ball perfect. Chang defeats Alex Pagulayan by a score of 7-3. Alex Pagulayan is out of the event. Chang moves on to round 2. That is our last feature match of the day, folks. So we will be back at noon tomorrow Pacific time. I've been joined alongside by Jason Kane and Carl Boyce. My name is Ben Sutherland. Thank you guys. We will see you tomorrow.